So this past week and the weekend have been jam-packed with more news from Marvel Spider-Man 2, and I gotta just catch up on a couple of things in this one video so that way I can get to the long list of videos I have in the backlog right now that I've been telling you guys I want to get out to you before the release of the game. Keep in mind, if you have been paying attention on my social media or on the community tab over here on YouTube, I have been a little bit under the weather after coming back from vacation, so if I sound a little weird on this video or the energy levels seem off, please just be patient with me. I'm doing my best to just go ahead and get this out for you guys because I hate being as behind as I have been on my content. Now, if you're hyped to get the rundown on everything that we have had happen over this past weekend, be sure to hit the like button. Help this video get to more viewers. The channel is closing in on 800 subscribers and I'm trying to hit 1,000 before the end of 2023. Hit that YouTube partner program. Help a brother out. Starting from the beginning, last week we had Jeff Keighley tweet out that he had his hands on the full game of Marvel Spider-Man 2 and that his review would be dropping on October 16th at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And of course, that was followed with many other individuals with gaming publications, outlets, podcasts, dropping that they too were getting their hands on review copies of Marvel Spider-Man 2. This came so quickly after we had word that the game had gone gold, and now we know that we can expect to see reviews and first impressions dropping the beginning of the week before the game comes out. I actually had said that I had a feeling that with Insomniac doing the preview event and then dropping more articles, more trailers with the state of play, that they seemed very confident in their product, and it looked like review codes would probably be going out something like 2 weeks ahead of the game's launch. And it turns out they went a step further and dropped it even sooner. It's crazy to think that they've got the game in people's hands 3 weeks out. They're confident in giving people a lot of time with this game, a chance to really delve into the content and give very thorough reviews and impressions leading up to launch. Be forewarned, with so many people starting to get their hands on the game, Insomniac has come out directly and said, beware of spoilers. James Stevenson clarified that they are going to be doing their best to strike down anybody that is putting unregulated footage and spoilers out for the game, but to stay frosty. And Insomniac Games has assured that they have tried to craft a story that is still full of surprises despite anything that we have seen so far. But just be mindful if you're on YouTube. I know a culprit that I've been victim of has been people who put out thumbnails with blatant spoilers, no bit of a warning. So just be careful because we are less than 3 weeks away from the release of the game. Now, another big announcement that came was a look at the opening title screen. If you do feel like this is particularly spoiler, like you want to go completely blind into it, feel free to just leave a like on the video and skip ahead from this. Now, Insomniac was retweeting everybody who was posting the opening title screen, so I think it's safe to say if they were okay with these getting posted that it's not very spoilery, but I'm just forewarning you just in case. But I did want to go over the fact that we do know now that the title screen is going to be dynamic. One of the things about Miles Morales was that when you started the game for the first time, it went right into the opening cutscene. From then on, anytime you started, you would be in that subway and the game would fade out and fade back into gameplay. Many people started posting the opening title screen. It looks like Harry is looking at the tank with which the symbiote is in, and I have a sneaky suspicion that similar to Miles Morales, this is going to be the opening cutscene. We're going to press X to start, and it's going to go right into gameplay of that flashback cutscene between Harry and Norman Osborn talking from the symbiote. Norman's telling him, Harry, I can't lose you. And ultimately, Harry decides to go in the tank to try to cure his disease. But we've also seen a few people post some different angled looks of this exact cutscene. We've also seen that there's been a start screen where Miles and Peter are standing overlooking the city on like a bridge or building or something together. I've seen reports of someone having a start screen where Peter was hanging out in like a spiderweb hammock. So I think this is a really neat addition. One of the things that people loved about that initial 2017 like open world demo that Insomniac Games had was how Peter was eating a slice of pizza and they press start and he pulls his mask down and it goes right into gameplay. It seems that Insomniac has implemented that within Marvel Spider-Man 2, and depending on where you are in the game, it's going to flow from the start screen directly into gameplay. We definitely will have to wait and see, but I think it's going to be super cool if the start screen is starting off with Miles and Peter together and you press start and you see both of them pull their masks down, and whichever Spider-Man you were last controlling, that's the one that jumps off and we see you continue to control while the other one goes in a different direction to go handle some other business in the city. Now let's get into accessibility. We have Michelle Zarilla post, want to look at the list of accessibility options coming at launch, and in our December update for Spider-Man 2 PS5, our support page has been updated. PlayStation blog also posted Insomniac devs detail Marvel Spider-Man 2 accessibility features, including options using the upcoming PlayStation Access controller. And this included some screen grabs showing you a bit of the menu, seeing the accessibility options, and I gotta say, it's very thorough. Something I was surprised to see is this new change level modifier section, where on top of your overall difficulty selection, you're able to modify specific gameplay aspects to different difficulties. So while you might be playing on amazing difficulty, you can up the enemy health to spectacular, have enemy damage also be amazing, but maybe you're not as good at the stealth aspect, so you decide to put that on friendly. I think this is super cool for people who do and don't like certain parts of the game. I know there are some people that stealth is just not their forte when it comes to playing games, but you might have a level that is going to be better if you play it stealth, and being able to adjust something like that so that you can have a seamless experience but not really sacrifice difficulty in other ways is super cool. On the Insomniac page, the change level modifiers include enemy health, enemy damage, stealth awareness. You're also able to alter the game speed to 30, 50, and 70% of the real-time speed. You have a chase assist, so there's a longer window before your target escapes in a chase scene, simplifying puzzles, changing the dodge pairing time. There's also something called enhanced auto aim, so I guess it's gonna make it easier for you to aim at enemies for shooting certain gadgets or webs at them. We've also got QTE autocomplete, which will make it a little bit easier for the QTE sections. I think places you can tap and hold the button instead of repeatedly tapping, you know, like when you're sitting there mashing circle to try to win one of the quick time events. And then we got auto healing, which is gonna automatically heal you when you're under a specific amount of health and you have a full focus bar. But I think what a lot of people are most interested in is the new swinging accessibility mechanics, because it kind of goes both ways. Not only can you make swinging easier for you if traversal is something that you're not wanting to get too complex about, but you can also make adjustments to create more physics-based swinging. Steering assist, for example, higher values allow for easier web swinging, while lower values reduce the amount of resistance and cause physics to have a greater effect on web lines while swinging. Slow corner timescale slows down game speed during corner transition to reduce disorientation when whipping around corner at high speed. This will be great for players who maybe are prone to motion sickness or don't like a lot of flipping and dipping and zipping around really quickly. And then web line bending, turn off and on the ability for web lines to bend while walking on them. I am curious exactly what web line bending would have as far as a benefit or hindrance to the gameplay. Is it just a visibly aesthetic thing, or is having web line bending on going to significantly impact how you maybe are or aren't seen in certain stealth aspects? Like, does the bend cause you to end up down lower enough that maybe enemies might spot you, for example? I do think this is really cool. I know the physics-based swinging is one of the things that is probably going to be one of the greatest additions for this game. Many people have had comments that the swinging for the Insomniac Spider-Man games is a little bit too floaty, a little bit too controlled. It feels very out of the player's hands what they're able to pull off and accomplish. So providing these options so people who like the style that it is can continue to play that way, while allowing for people who want a little more of a challenge can turn that on and go at it themselves and have a good time. Now, we've gone over a lot of information, and there's still one last thing that I want to cover with you guys. So if you've been enjoying all the information you've been getting, you're loving the content, you want more, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And now allow me to get to the cherry on top. That is the Sunday of this video, and it's that Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be present at New York Comic-Con, which I will be in attendance for all 4 days, October 12th through October 15th. So if there's anything that you guys want me to check out, any opportunities to maybe ask questions from people at Marvel who are going to be present at the booth, or any footage that you'd like me to try to capture if it's there, let me know down in the comments below. The other day I saw my dog Khalid Brooks tweet out new suit reveals on October 12th at New York Comic-Con for Marvel Spider-Man 2. I'll be in attendance. And it looks like on October 12th between 4:30 and 4:45, Marvel Spider-Man 2 exclusive suit reveals in partnership with PlayStation will be at the Marvel booth at NYCC 2023. Marvel in general announced different booth scheduling, signings, merchandise, giveaways, and more coming to New York Comic-Con. I don't think this is going to be as heavy of a presence as the game had at San Diego Comic-Con, but it's still a nice little hype factor that we're gonna get just a week before the game comes out. And on that first day, I will be at the Marvel booth, probably no later than 4, so that I don't miss anything, and I'll hopefully get a new look at exclusive suit reveals that I'm going to be bringing back to you guys on the channel. Now, what suits I think that they're going to show, I'm not sure. I know one of the highly anticipated is the TASM 2 suit. A lot of people are wondering about the final swing suit from No Way Home, because we haven't seen anything about that suit since the end of that movie in 2021. But more than likely the same as how the Digital Deluxe trailer and the Digital Deluxe edition in general highlights the original design suits that were made by Insomniac or in collaboration with comic book artists or other gaming studios. I think we might be getting a deeper look at some of those original design designs. Maybe they'll have a little bit of a surprise for us, show some suits that we haven't gotten a little bit of tease or look at in the open world trailer where they showed off a couple of the suits in the menu, or that digital deluxe edition trailer. I know in particular, seeing a couple more suits from across the Spider-Verse would be kind of nice. You know, maybe a little Prowler Miles suit perhaps. Of course, just like I always say, don't get your hopes too high up. Just be prepared to get some cool new looks, a little bit more information, just to give us a little bit more drive, a hype before the game comes out the following week. That's everything I got for you right now. I know that we ran down a lot of information. Thank you so much if you stuck this far with me. If you want more Marvel Spider-Man 2 videos, check out my recent upload about how Yuri Lowenthal talked about how he would love to play Spider-Man forever if he could. And I truly believe that he's in the running to eventually be in the same type of conversation as Kevin Conroy's adaptation of Batman in animation and gaming. As always, thanks so much for watching this far, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.